guys, welcome back to Girl Gone Wild. I'm so sorry it's been a few days since I posted. I try to keep you guys updated on everything happening in girl world, but I've just been really busy and I had about enough of Chantel crapping herself and talking about her bowel movements and this and that. So I took a break, I'm back, and we are going to get right into it with a travel vlog, quote unquote travel vlog, that Chantel posted about her trip back to Kuwait. So let's just go ahead and get right into it, shall we? Yeah, one thing we can always count on with Chantel's travel vlogs is the fact that they are going to be incredibly boring. This is what we get walking through the airport with terrible copyright-free music playing in the background and her looking completely out of place everywhere she goes. So we're off to a good start. Oh my God, she's filming the Cartier shop in the airport, Miss Fancy Pants. Ooh, guys, look at the Cartier shop in my fancy travel vlog. Chantel, you couldn't afford to buy a piece of wallpaper off the wall in that store, okay? Quit embarrassing yourself. I don't think she can put that tray table down in front of her. And if you look next to her, it looks like there is an empty seat right here. So once again, miraculously, she got onto a flight that just so happened to have an empty seat next to her. She is most definitely buying 2 seats for these airplane rides, and she is just too embarrassed to say it. And of course, she missed all the golden opportunities for her vlog getting on that airplane. The best part is what would be watching her walk down the aisles, not able to fit, trying to squeeze in that seat. And of course, filming all the horrified faces of the people when they realize that she is sitting next to them. Now that would be content. That would be entertainment, Chantal. And there she is, stinking up the airport, taking off her shoes. Nobody needs to smell that, Chantal. Nobody.
I'm so tired. So I have one leg.
And by the way, those shoes were disgusting. Get new shoes.
Left from Oman to Kuwait. My feet are killing me. I have no makeup on whatsoever. It's travel day. And yeah.
It's travel day, you guys.
Yes, I need to do laundry and have a shower and just rest, man.
Yeah, she needs to rest, you guys. She spent 6 weeks, 5 or 6 weeks in Thailand doing nothing but lying around and ordering food. Now she's been traveling for what, a few hours? And oh guys, she needs to rest. She's so tired and exhausted. Wow, what a life.
Waiting. Pretty empty airport though. I feel like compared to like LAX or something. Imagine. There's these charging stations here, which is neat. And I will not be fishing my charger out of my bag because I'm lazy. I also did not eat.
She's not going to fish her charger out of her bag and then she'll complain later that her phone's dying.
Eat a single thing since yesterday. My stomach is in knots. Like I can't. Ugh.
Well, that's good, Chantal. That's what you should be doing. You shouldn't be eating all the time. That's what normal humans do. But I would be willing to bet my last dollar that that is a lie.
Plus, I don't want to have to run to the washroom, so it's just safer if I just have some sips of water. That's what I usually do on travel days. I'm smart. If you have IBS, you know.
Oh, if you have IBS, you know. Now it's IBS. Yeah, it has nothing to do with the fact that she doesn't have a gallbladder. She shovels ungodly amounts of fat and processed junk foods into her mouth. Every waking moment, she's shoving something in her mouth and doesn't have the necessary organs to even try to digest it. But it's her IBS, you guys. One thing that Chantal does that really pisses me off is her appropriating other people's illnesses. Like, other people really do suffer with IBS, and trying to travel or just do other normal everyday things is a struggle for them. And here she is, fully able to change her diet and change her lifestyle and make positive changes that would certainly help in the department of not shitting your pants all the time. Instead, she just makes up a diagnosis for herself and says she has IBS. Oh, okay, Chantal. Oh, and the fact that she said she doesn't eat on travel days because she's smart, that is a downright lie. Every time we have seen her quote unquote travel, aka go on visa runs, she's always stuffing her face every chance she gets, and she's complaining that she's not getting enough food while she's in the air for 3 hours. So again, just more delusion. Let's move on.
Hi guys. All right, so
Whoa.
I'm going to
Wait a second. What is this? She just cuts straight to her apartment. She goes from the flight to her apartment. We don't get to see Salah's disappointment when he picks you up and how annoyed he is that you're back home. Or was she forced to take a cab back to her apartment? Did Salah not even pick her up? Yeah, something definitely happened there, because normally she would love to try to rub it in everybody's faces that her husband is picking her up from the airport. But nope, not this time. It cuts straight from the plane to her sitting in her apartment with some of the most disgusting looking food I've ever seen in my life. So as it stands right now, this travel vlog was only 3 minutes of her waddling through the airport, and now the rest of the time, an 18-minute video, is her gonna be yapping her mouth and eating. Great travel content, Chantal. Great. Keep it up.
This portion of the video, I'm going to eat my snack here, and I'm going to talk, summarize, conclude my Thailand trip, and talk a bit about it, reflect a bit about it now that it's all over, and yeah, stuff like that. So I'm having
In other words, she's going to sit here and try to rewrite the history of her trip to Thailand. How much you want to make a bet? I have not watched this yet, but I bet you that's what we're going to get. And can I just talk about what is on the plate in front of her? I know that beans on toast is like an English dish, and I don't mean to offend anybody from England or the UK with this, but is this how that normally looks? I've never had it. I like beans, I like toast, but in my opinion, they do not belong together. But is this how it usually looks? Because this looks like this pile of food in front of her, if you want to call it that, it looks like what my dog throws up. Again, not meaning to offend anybody. That looks disgusting.
Seeing this, and I think this is a British thing, isn't it? But I've never had this beans on toast. So I have one slice of multigrain toast, toasted in the air fryer. I don't have a toaster. Make do with what you got, all right? Maybe I'll get a...
Wow, Chantal, we are so jealous of you. 40 years old, living in a shitbox in Kuwait, and you don't even have a toaster to call your own.
Meg, not, no. Anyways, and a tin of beans, and some mozzarella cheese. I like this mozzarella cheese because it's not greasy, it's partly skim, and it's just really good. And I have a couple of little mountain garlics. I'm trying to pace myself on those. I usually can eat the whole jar in one day, so anyways, I haven't been super hungry lately, so I'm actually feeling a bit peckish. I actually don't have an appetite, but I can tell I'm hungry by my stomach growling and that like empty pit gut rot feeling. So I figure I should, eat something, and this sounds good. So, all right, so let's try a bite first. So Bangkok. Okay, so basically just to reflect on the trip itself, I did have some good times. I did have some hard times. I didn't think that I would feel that way, being alone in the country, but
oh my goodness, give me a break, Chantal. You didn't think that you were going to feel that way? Well, you had no other choice. You had to go get your visa renewed, and your shit-loving husband didn't want to go with you. So you had no other choice but to go alone. You knew you were going to be miserable. We knew you were going to be miserable.
And just a rerun of what happened. We were supposed to go together, Salah and I, my husband and I, but something came up last minute, kind of an emergency, like, sort of situation that, anyway, ended up that he couldn't end up coming, so that's all I'm gonna say. But so overall,
That's all she's going to say, because she knows she is lying through her teeth right now. He was never going to come. He never planned on coming, whether it was because they couldn't afford him coming, or what I think is more likely, he did not want to go with her. He wanted his red room time in Kuwait for an entire month, and he didn't want to be responsible for hauling grandma around Thailand again. So he wanted his own little vacation at home, whatever excuse he gave her, who knows, but I think that was more likely the situation. Is he just plain refused to go with her?
Realized a lot of things in that trip being alone for some time. I came to a lot of realizations that, you know, that really sunk in, that maybe haven't as much as before. I realized comparing to the last trip, this is more in particular with my health. Compared to the last trip, it was, my health has declined a lot.
Yet here you are, stuffing your face on camera as soon as you get the chance.
My anxiety was really bad for a lot of the trip. And with anxiety, people will say, well, just suck it up, take deep breaths. But you actually, I find anxiety debilitating in ways like it messes with your brain. Like you feel like something, and you know, something horrible. All these scenarios are going to happen to you. You get physical symptoms, you know, in the pit of your stomach. You feel nauseous, you feel lightheaded, you feel all kinds of things. But, you know, I had a...
And there she goes again, appropriating anxiety. I don't think she has anxiety. I might be wrong. I mean, of course, she feels anxious from time to time, like everyone does. But no, I think she has just been watching TikTok videos about people who actually do have anxiety and parroting what they say. She is just 400 plus pounds and has a myriad of health problems, can barely walk, can't catch her breath, and she's miserable anytime she has to move her body. That's not anxiety, that's being super morbidly obese. So stop it, Chantal.
A lot going on health-wise. I have a lot going on health-wise still. And I just really, you know, how hard it was to just travel physically and everything. And with how sick I was the whole trip, I realized like I really need to make some changes. And I'll do another video on that. Okay. But I did think a lot about, you know, on the way to...
Once again, here we go. Every time she gets sick, she's going to make some changes. She's going to get healthy. I give it 2 days.
The airport, like, what did I get out of this trip, you know? I got a break from Kuwait, a little bit of a break. And we got a bit of a break from each other, so, you know, distance does make the heart go fonder for sure. But it was long, and I miss my pets, and I miss my husband and everything, but,
distance makes the heart grow fonder. Girl, he can't stand you. He hates you. He doesn't want you anywhere around him. He just wants to make sure that that YouTube money keeps getting deposited in his account.
I also realized, like, home is not a place. It's not. Home is a person. Home is your pet. Home is your family. And they, you know how they say home is where the heart is? That's so true.
For you, home is where the food is. Wherever the food is, you're at home. You feel right at home.
So I did realize those things as well. For itself, we did do a lot of things as a couple last time. There were just some things that beyond health limitations, you know, it was humid, I wasn't feeling too well, so I didn't want to, like, I didn't feel up to doing too much, except for in like big air conditioned malls, which I did frequent a few malls, which we didn't do last time. But
how many times did she go to the mall? Like 2 or 3 times in a matter of 5 or 6 weeks? Okay, Chantal.
I don't want to, things like Chinatown and stuff like that. I'm gonna wait to do other things with Salah next time we go, because we do want to go back. We do like Thailand, and it's just...
No, you don't like Thailand. You know that you're going to be due for another visa run and you have to leave the country for a certain amount of time each year. So yeah, she's already planning her yearly trip to Thailand for next year as well, which will probably ditch her again too on that one.
Just that, you know, I think I would really, really, really like to be in way better health next time we go. It'll just be so much more enjoyable. So...
if I had $1 for every time she did this, I would be a millionaire. Oh, I'm going to get healthy, you guys. Oh, next trip I'm going to be so much healthier. I have to make some changes, blah, 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 blah.
Overall, it was okay. The journey home was interesting. It always is. Always is. You know, when you're just so happy to get home, but you have, you know, good 10 hours of travel to do. And I was so sick. My stomach was just in knots the morning of having to leave. And I had to get up at 4:30. I was talking to Salah. You know, I couldn't sleep. I was up until about 2 a.m. I was talking with Salah. I said, wake me up in a couple hours. I guess I'll try to rest on the plane. I have a CPAP machine. I have sleep apnea, so I can't sleep deeply if I don't have it. So I thought, another travel day. I'm going to be tired. I'm going to feel sick. It was horrible, but I just, I made sure not to really eat anything because my...
Nobody feels sorry for you, Chantal. This is all self-inflicted. The fact that you have to go on visa runs every 3 months, the fact that your shit-loving husband doesn't want to travel with you, the fact that you're too fat to go out and do anything, the fact that you have so many health problems and do nothing about them, and nobody feels sorry for you that, you know, once every 3 months you have to go out and actually be a human for a full 24 hours while you travel.
My stomach was upset and took anti-nausea medicine I had with me. And just stay hydrated, sips of water, so I didn't have to run to the washroom a lot. And it was okay.
Right, because you don't fit in airplane bathrooms, so that would be a problem, yeah.
Overall, I made it.
Imagine having to restrict your water intake while you are traveling because you can't fit into a bathroom. If that's not a wake-up call, I don't know what is, but you know, every day in her life should be a wake-up call. It's not, except for the 2 seconds she pretends that she's gonna get healthy.
Whenever I got to the airport in Bangkok, I thought, all right, leg one, we can do this, you know. The check-in wasn't very busy, so it was okay. Waited in line maybe 15 minutes. Checked in. Security wasn't busy. Those walk escalator things, they help you walk faster. And if you're tired, you can just stand on them. So, but you still have to walk all the way through duty free. So, but that's okay. I wasn't like super tired at that point yet from walking because it's the first leg, right? So hi Juice. So I just like basically managed to get to my gate. Got a nice coffee, which I couldn't drink. I had a few sips and I was like, oh no, coffee when you have an upset stomach and you have anxiety is the worst. Made it worse. And so then I was on the plane and I was very nauseous and not feeling well, so I slept. I don't know how, but I must have fallen asleep. I refused to eat also. I didn't want to eat.
She says she has debilitating anxiety and then sleeps the entire plane ride. Yeah, that's not how anxiety works.
Because eating means stomach issues. And when you already have stomach issues and they were serving like chicken and rice and fish and pasta, and I'm just like, no. So I woke up and I checked the flight, like I woke up and I checked the flight map.
It might be that they are refusing to serve her food on the airplanes because the tray table can't go down in front of her, or she can't eat because the tray table can't go down. I don't know. Or she is just straight up lying. Because when have we ever seen her refuse food on an airplane? That could be one of the reasons why she didn't film most of the travel, is because she was too busy stuffing her face the entire time. Who knows?
Map, and it's like time to destination. Before I went to bed, it was like, before I fell asleep, it was like 5 hours and something. And then when I woke up, it was like 38 minutes left. And then I dozed back off a bit, and then I heard, "This is your captain speaking. Welcome to Muscat Airport." So then we landed in the Muscat Airport, which is in Oman, Middle Eastern country. And, you know, more security, more walking, and then waiting at the gate. And it was like, I think about an hour and 50-minute flight to Kuwait. And when I got in the Middle East, I felt the heat. But it's actually cooling off now. It's like in the 30s instead of the 50s, so... You know?
Again, nobody feels sorry for you, Chantal. Who decided to move to the hottest country in the world when you sweat when it's wintertime in Canada? So you moved to Kuwait with a stranger you met on Tinder who can't stand you and is too busy to even answer your phone calls because he's out shitting on whoever he can find that's a willing participant, or maybe an unwilling participant. Who knows? Yeah, nobody feels sorry for you. Stop with the pity party.
Alhamdulillah. But anyway, so I don't really have anything else to say. I mean, I went live for a lot of the time, but I really did, honestly, I think everyone should enjoy their vacation the way they want to. Me, I wish I wasn't as limited health-wise. I could do more. Yes, I acknowledge that, and I definitely wish. But I try to enjoy myself anyways with the things I could do. For example, I enjoyed just kind of having my own little routine, doing my own little thing, you know, just getting up in the mornings and going down to the cafe and having my mocha and, you know, sometimes checking out the vendors around and going live with you guys and just beezing and...
Yep, rewriting history as soon as she gets home. Chantal, we were there. We watched the live streams. We watched the videos. You were not enjoying your so-called vacation. You were miserable the entire time. You were not waking up early every morning and going down to the cafe to have a mocha. You did that a couple of times because you were forced to for them to clean your disgusting, stinking room.
And, you know, watching the rainstorms from the balcony. Um,
All she did was complain about the rain when she was there, and she used it as an excuse for her not being able to go out and do things. What is she talking about?
the malls were fun. The Conjuring universe was super fun. Getting to eat different, fruits from there, the different food, the Thai food. I wish I wouldn't have indulged in all that junk food, but um, yeah. So I did have some really really cool moments, and it was nice, just hotel living for a while, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, so I guess that's it for this trip, for this summary of this trip. I,
Yeah,
these little videos every time I go somewhere. I don't know where we're gonna go
even she has to laugh at her own nonsense. She can't even keep a straight face while saying this stuff.
next, but right now I'm just happy to be home, staying put for a little bit, taking care of the home. I'm all unpacked, all my laundry's done, so that's good. I have some food in the house now, and grocery haul will be coming up soon um, in the grocery store. But
Oh, you guys were going to get a grocery haul. Is this the exciting fall content that she told us about? Going grocery shopping? Oh, I can't wait.
yeah, that's about it, I guess. So yeah, that's about it, I guess. I don't really have anything else to say about the trip. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. I can try to answer them if I, get around to it, or if I can. So yeah. But my cat was super happy to see me when I got home, and that's an understatement. She's been glued to me, and not very far from me, as you can see. Oh, hi, hi. She's like, what do you want? The way she looks at me, I can't take it. You're the most beautiful girl in the world. Anyways, guys,
Unfortunately for that cat, the cat is forced to pick between the lesser of two evils. And when that poor cat is stuck with someone who was most likely eating from her litter box and spraying his bodily fluids over any couch he could find, yeah, the cat is like, okay, I'll take her instead. I mean, all she does is eat and ignore me. She's definitely the better option here. But really, I mean, the cat can't stand either one of them. Come on.
thank you for listening and hanging out with me when I was in Thailand. It did make it a bit less lonely. I feel like I was acting like a big brat, like a baby a lot of the time, because I was just homesick and really missing Salah, not having as much fun without him. When we're together, we do.
Yeah, you were definitely acting like a giant baby the whole time. That's the one honest thing she said throughout this entire vlog.
Things we do have a lot of fun together, and he's my partner in life now, and I hate being away from him for too long, and so. And I miss you. Yes, I did.
Yeah, it must suck to, not have your paid errand boy around you for an entire month. But that was it, you guys. That was her travel vlog. She actually had the nerve to title this Bangkok to Kuwait travel vlog, when only 3 minutes of this video was her traveling, and it was just her waddling through an airport. Oh, and also showing that she could barely fit in the 2 seats that she bought. So absolutely captivating content as usual. I'm glad we're getting that fall content we were promised. So that's it, you guys. Leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for watching. I'll be back with another video very soon. Okay, bye, you guys.